team just based on their energy. But you know what? It is what it is. Let's go ahead, though. Kick things off here with the game. Let's hop into the action. Octane domination, excuse me. And we're going to be kicking it off with Neslo.
Yeah, Neslo's going to be using that Remington, which he has seen a lot of success with. We see the first blood going down there, and that will be from Killa. Neslo picks up one, and he's just going to start the rotation over here and try to put his team into a better position to where they can push up and put a little bit of aggression on, but it looks like he's actually going to choose to opt and stay back and just wait for a little bit. And there goes the push. Neslo picking up the MTAR, looking to get into some close-range gun battles with that. And you see Neslo now just rotating back around and just holding this spot very well. But Miracles with a big kill right there. And you see his teammate Killa going down. Why don't we switch over here to T-Clay? We see that Clayster actually is moving in here with Theory over to that B flag. It should be an easy cap right here for TK, and it should give them the B domination side.
Yep, they do manage to get control of this one, Paradox, which is going to be great for them. And Team Kaliber, they just know how to get hype, especially with a player like Clayster on their team. But Theory, he's going to get taken on. Neslo's going to be the last man left alive. All four down right now for Team Kaliber as Curse. We're going to go ahead and jump on board with them. They are on the money, and on top of which they do manage to get B. So that's going to begin to apply that pressure early into this matchup. But it's so close to call with only 1 point separating these two teams. Kaliber, they don't have much to worry about. They just need to continue to play their game.
Yeah, and what you see from Curse right here is that they're actually trying to set it up to where they can control the map and hold all these power positions. We're looking at Killa right now, and what Killa is simply doing is running around the map and picking up these big kills. Switching over now to the MTAR, and it looks like what they're going to try to do is simply hold this double cap as long as they can until they choose to try to switch and go for the triple cap. A bit risky right now, so they're just going to hold this, gain some time, and try to increase their lead slowly. But they have to be careful because TK is moving in on that B domination side and quick. But Killa with one, looking for another as he spotted him, but he's not able to secure the kill, and Killa is going to make his move now, trying to go over near Strip, but he's taken down and over onto Miracles.
You know, I don't know if going after a trip cap is necessary at this part of the game. You know, you can well hold a double cap here.
Exactly.
It's more or less just whether or not you want to flip, you know. And look here, you can actually see some of the players spawning over by the strip area. So that is going to alert Curse. Actually, that was Parasite. Oh, no, I apologize. That was Killa who tried to rotate by the strip but got shut down. Miracles, he's going to get taken out. Two players of Kaliber near B as Killa and Nameless are going to try and work together on this one. One more player left, not going to matter. Killa, he's going to be able to move in here, and that with the 12-point lead, by the way, is going to look really good for them. But Team Kaliber just taking out 3 players. Nameless not in a position to make anything happen. This is going to be a cap Paradox. Now you're going to see as the tides are turning, and Kaliber is going to be able to catch up just a little bit.
Yeah, I actually want to switch over here to Kaliber if we can. Why don't we go on board with Theory, see what he's up to. He's running with the MTAR, and he did just spot someone, put shots into Theory. Theory's going to try to pick up the kill, and a great job taking out Parasite right there. Theory trying to move around now, and it looks like this Team Kaliber squad is having a lot of life coming out of them quick. And it looks like they're going to try to put a lot of pressure onto Curse and force them to make plays back in their own spawn if they want to get out. Over onto Sharp, though, he's going to be using the tracker sight, trying to sit there and play very patiently and simply wait to see if he can pick up someone. But yeah,
I want to say something real quick, Paradox. Yeah. I really like that play from TK. They went for the neutralization, which allowed them to be able to climb back into it. But again, you know, it's still going to be a very close game. And any little bit counts, especially with 1 minute, 25 seconds left on the clock. It's just a great play by TK. But just in saying that, TK getting shut down left and right. Neslo's going to be by himself. B is going to be contested and capped. And we're actually going to see a trip cap happen here for Curse. That seems to be the case as A is going to be contested. And Curse is going to be able to make this one happen. Oh, no, they does get taken out. But Kaliber, they are going to be able to retain A. But goodness, that is not good for them. You know, just at the end of the game and the way that kind of flows for them, go into that one, you're thinking, why did that happen? We have to fix that going into that second half.
Yeah, I mean, that was a great job by Curse being able to move over there and pull out the neutralization. We're over on board with Clayster now, switching over to Neslo as Clay does go down. And what it looks like Neslo's going to be doing is trying to pick up this A flag, but he's taken out, and it looks like Curse should be able to get the capture, but not so fast.
Ooh, they went for that neutralization. They didn't bother to go for the cap.
Nope.
They neutraled it. They're not, you know what? What's better than, you know, getting a strip cap, letting them have no points, just as good. Yep. Because you're accruing 2 and they're getting none. It doesn't really matter, right, at that point. Yeah, trip cap is always nice, but TK shut down completely. All 4 down. Clayster's going to be the one up as we have 16 seconds left on the clock. 81 to 64. Again, Team Kaliber, they just could not find an answer here as the last final seconds dwindle down.
Yeah, I mean, that was a great job, not only by Curse Las Vegas, but simply the fact that they were able to move around, and like you stated, Golden Boy, they were able to neutralize the flags rather than simply go for all those captures, which put a lot of pressure on Team Kaliber, forcing them to try to go back to those flags and pick up those points out of desperation. Fantastic nade from Miracles.
It's like Peyton. Easy. Oh, my goodness. All right, so big players here, Nameless, 20 and 12. That sounds about right. Sounds about you know what Mr. Wheeler does on the reg. So
yeah.
That's a good performance out of him. On the other side, though, Team Kaliber couldn't really get anything going. Neslo was the only player there with the most amount of kills, but that really doesn't help when you know, he's not getting many captures. Again, though, it was looking at the numbers. I mean, caps and domination. It's just saying like, hey, I lost it. I got to get it back, right? So they merely just need to perform. They need to show up. They need slaying power, and that is where a guy like Kaliber is going to come into play. I think hopefully going into the second side, if you're a TK fan, you're rooting for Clay to step it up and really help this team get a victory here.
Yeah, and I mean, like you mentioned about the captures not necessarily telling the whole story, we actually see on the Curse squad that they had a total of 6 captures. What they were doing was holding those flags, and that led to their success. So great job overall by Curse Las Vegas, and they're going to go.
What was the point differential going into the half? Because I didn't catch it. I was too busy staring at my screen. I should have been catching the point differential there, but I totally didn't.
That's a good question. But plus 20 Curse.
Plus 20 Curse. Well, of course I knew Curse won. Thank you, Max. Thank you, Max. No, so plus 20 Curse here is we're going to be going to the second side of play. And who do you want to kick it off with on the Curse side?
You know, why don't we start off here with Nameless, the guy who started off so well in the first side, 20 and 12 like you mentioned. He is going to be running with the Remington. Nameless, known for being a very good slayer, so it's going to be interesting to see how he plays, whether he chooses to play passive and simply set up for some positions, or if he's going to play very aggressive, but it looks like Killa is actually going to go out and be very aggressive right off the bat, trying to make a move over towards Strip.
Yeah, and he's going to wait and see if this one player is going to push down from gas, but that's not going to happen. You can see another TK player getting real gully as he's going to encounter one. They're running right side by side. That was actually pretty funny. So now Curse is going to be making a way over to B here as Curse just has this locked down. This is a great setup here. They have all the angles covered. Honestly, the only gap I can see is in gas, where if that one player gets taken out, that could potentially lead to them pushing out. But even then, though, it's going to be very, very difficult. Curse just starts this one off lovely.
Yeah, and we're on board with Killa, switching over to Nameless as Killa does go down. Nameless starting this off the right way, 2-0 with 2 captures, playing very well for himself, picking up the kills as well as the captures, doing a little bit of the objective work. Now on to Miracles, someone who doesn't get a lot of credit as well on this squad, but he's starting out so well, 5 and 1 so far for Curse. And we see Miracles is actually going to be playing very aggressive, trying to push and put a lot of pressure on TK, especially back near that C flag.
I feel like, you know, with the way Curse is approaching every single play, it's like, and I love it. It's just a new situation for them, right? They're not trying to rest on their laurels. They're still playing as hard as they were in that first game. That is so important at this level of competition. And, you know, looking here, Killa and Miracles, they're now being the guys who, they're the ones stepping up here, right? Nameless is 3 and 3, but Miracles is 7 and 2. He's been, or 7 and 3 now, but regardless, he's been opening things up here for this team, allowing them to keep the game close and, of course, take that lead eventually if they can fight their way back over to B. But honestly, the way that they're playing here, if they just keep it relatively close, this is going to go for them.
I mean, like you mentioned, what he's doing is Miracles is simply opening up the map.
Oh, trip cap, Team Kaliber.
Oh, right there, Killa goes down. Team Kaliber trying to make something happen. Theory is shut down, though. And now why don't we go over on board with Neslo here, see what he's able to do. And Neslo does go down over to Kaliber, and Kaliber's trying to make something happen here. He's just going to play very patiently, trying to make sure that they're able to hold the 2 cap at least while they do lose A. And Theory's going to load up the frag and send it out. And nothing there, but he does know players over there. Theory in a bit of trouble.
Just, oh, great shot out of Theory. Finding another one, lining up the double. That's going to be huge. And you know what? They are going to be able to get that, tie this one up, as a matter of fact. And they're going to overtake it any second. There you have it. They managed to overtake the lead. Team Kaliber, just as we were talking about how Curse needed to keep this one close, they're letting it run away from them right now. And it's going to be another trip cap here for Team Kaliber. They make it happen. All 4 members of Curse spawning in the back by Strip. This is not good for Curse here. If you're a Curse fan, you're worried because of how Team Kaliber is playing this one. They're shutting them down at the Strip, and it's such a dangerous spot. spot. Theory's going to move in here. He knows that there's going to be 2 players around the corner. Not going to matter. They get the neutral. They do manage to make the cap happen. Oh, no, it's actually going to be Sharp over here. And he wins the gun battle and resulting in a cap. Can we get one more trip cap here for TK? Not going to happen, but still a great effort out of Team Kaliber to keep the pressure on Curse Las Vegas.
Such a fast momentum swing there for TK. You see Theory picking up a kill over here with Clay. So the Theory picks up 2 though, while Clay's sitting here watching that A flag, and he does spot one, gets taken out as he's sitting inside. Over back to Theory. He is on fire right now. 13 and 6, and now he's going to make a move over here, and it looks like he may actually be going for this A flag, trying to get another trip cap for Team Kaliber. Theory's
Very
just
close.
sitting on it, and B's under attack, and we see Theory actually neutralizing the A flag, and now Team Kaliber is going to move in there and try to put a lot of pressure on Curse LV. Curse is in trouble.
Yeah, and I was looking at it earlier. Right now, it's going to be a substantial lead here, 50-point lead for Team Kaliber. And when you add that, that's a plus 30 as well. Honestly, Paradox, this is it. It's curtains. Kaliber has this one wrapped up.
Yeah. I mean, Team Kaliber played so well that second half, and I feel like it was partially due to the fact that they were feeding off the fans who were cheering them on, but aside from that, they are getting pumped right now. Coming off of that last win, they definitely want to prove that they belong up there with Complexity, and everybody, I think, would love to see another Complexity versus Team Kaliber match, especially with the roster changes between Complexity and Kaliber.
Oh, the story writes itself.
Exactly.
You know? But even then, you have a potential for a rematch with Curse Las Vegas and Complexity.
I know, phenomenal.
Either way, you're going to have an amazing matchup. But, man, Team Kaliber, ladies and gentlemen, they came at this one strong, and they're going to finish this second half with over 100 points, Paradox. That was amazing out of Kaliber. And if you look at the stats, it's nothing crazy. It's just they're getting the necessary kills.
Yeah, I mean, one of the biggest things that you noticed was that Team Kaliber was picking up so many cutoff kills, like you mentioned, Golden Boy. They weren't sitting back.
Key kills.
Yeah, exactly. They weren't sitting there racking them up, having these huge numbers, but every kill mattered so much. Great play by everybody on Team Kaliber there.
Wow, amazing performance there. Of course, Clayster, I mentioned it at that the halftime. Clayster is the guy who needs to step up. He's the one who needed to start making moves. That's exactly what happened. Just a great game overall. All right, guys, we're going to go to a quick break. When we come back, game number 2 will be upon us. Search and destroy. How is this going to swing? Make sure you guys are talking about it on Twitter. Use the hashtag Elgato20K. We'll see you guys on the other side.